Good morning, dear friends. Welcome to today's very special live where I am going to be reading for those of you who want to find love again. So, if you have been heartbroken, life has not been kind in the love department, I feel like today's readings are extra special. I have round oracle cards and I have round tarot cards for us because the very first thing I'm aware of when people are trying to overcome the past and move forward toward love is that we have to take off the sharp corners. That part of the journey from past love to new love is about turning a corner, but I would say it's more like following a curve. And we have to take off the sharp edges in order to make ourselves ready for love. So we can pick pile number one, pile number two, or pile number three. And I just want to show off the card box here for the heart and soul readings that will set the tone for your tarot and oracle cards. So I'm going to pull these off to the side and I'm going to welcome pile one to your reading. Let me make sure that this is easy for you to say. See? Are you looking for new love? You're in the right place. So let's take a peek. This is the sodalite crystal. And so to receive a bit more depth in your reading, just Google the spiritual meaning of sodalite, Sodalite, and I believe that will give you a little bit of extra. So as I get ready to read these cards, pile one, close your eyes for a moment, take a deep breath, and allow yourself to receive what it is that the universe has for you today when it comes to how to find new love. And we reveal the seed card. And pile number one, my lovely, oh, I just said close your eyes. That's kind of freaky, huh? Close your eyes and feel yourself embraced by angelic wings of light. Feel the light dissolve your fears, concerns, and doubts, and fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is safe and all is well. There is no need for concern. So, pile one, you're looking for love. Let's take a peek here because do you notice that on this little reading from the angels, there's no mention of another person? So, for sure, that shows me that in this place for you, you are being required to look deep within yourself to see what it is that you're really wanting. Whatever happened in the past has really nothing to do with the future. But if you look at this card closely, you'll see all of those lines, all of those very tiny, thin lines. They're like filaments. Imagine being in a cocoon. Imagine being tightly wound within a cocoon. What is a cocoon for? Protection. The universe sees that you have been through a lot, pile one, and the universe understands that without a real change, you don't want to go forward. Sure, a part of you wants to be in a partnership, but the greater part of you is kind of preferring being single. Now, if that rubs you the wrong way, my dear pile one, it's important to realize that if you've been single long term, you've been manifesting it. All right. Many times people will argue with me. See, I am not manifesting singleness. But the reality is, yes, you are. How do we know that? Because you're living out in your singleness. So let's open up our tarot, and I've got our tea leaves here to start off with. So it's our first tea leaf, lion, time to act. Absolutely. But what do you do? It's time to act. To me, right away, what that shows is that it's time to hatch out of that cocoon. There's a part of you that is ready to move forward in love, even though the bulk of you is saying, no forking way. No one's going to touch this pearl of great price. I need to feel safe. Believe me, the universe sees you and understands that you need to feel safe. Let's take a peek at our next tea leaf, and is pay attention to your finances. A lot of times, what I have run into, and I've been giving love advice for a very long time. You can find my breakup candy website anytime you need a chuckle, breakupcandy.com, because the fact is that getting some sort of benefit from past love is going to help you. No matter how awful the person was in the past or how terrible a relationship was, there was something there that brought you into it. Okay. So, one of the things that people tell me is, I just want to find a partner who has enough money to take care of the two of us. That in this world today may be a problem. So, what I would do, what I believe the cards are telling you, is just focus on your finances a little bit. What can you do to sharpen your own financial abilities? How smart are you with money? How much can you devote of your own attention in this area so that you will learn to feel more stable? Because partners want stability. All right. Now I'm going to, I have one more um, tea leaf, but I want to open the tarot first. And so what we have is the Nine of Swords. So again, this picks up the energy I've been feeling, that you are still carrying the burden. You're losing sleep because of the past. So part of your cocoon that's wrapping you so tightly is giving yourself permission to let go of your exes. It's so important. There is a love profile that you can take over there. I think it's in the description box, but also at Breakup Candy, because you may find a clue as to how you can get rid of these nightmares. Look at all the broken pieces, right? And the broken pieces of your past are holding you steady rather than finding your new love. And we have the high priestess. Wonderful. I like how the high priestess kind of reflects that purple in the purse, meaning that your ability to read the situation around your finances and to be able to grow your confidence is going to help you in the future, being able to access what you need to attract new love. It seems to me that pile one, your biggest journey is to forgive that ex. Maybe you have more than one ex. This is going to set you up for success in finding new love. Part of it is because if you're walking around like a big bruise and you're feeling a lot of pain from your past, that radiates from you and people stay away. December is your key month, pile one. You can expect some major changes coming in these next few months as you get ready for new love. All it takes is your willingness to let go. If this is a struggle for you, I highly recommend. Oopsie, I'm going to pull up affirmation card. If it's a struggle for you to let go, take a look at the work of Michael Singer. Michael Singer is the king of letting go, and there are a gazillion YouTube videos you can check out with him. So, fresh start, brand new, pure white. What is the affirmation for the part of your heart that will never give up on finding love? I am open to limitless possibilities. Excellent. Please write that down. Hang it with a post it note somewhere where you will not forget it, and allow yourself to be drawn slowly but surely out of your cocoon and forward to your loving future. Okay, thank you for listening. Pile one, pile two, we're going to march right forward with you. Again, I'm Catherine. This is Fish Out of Water Tarot, and I'm delighted to be speaking to you today about how to find love again, because that's hard. If you've had a breakup and it's broken your heart, I hear you. That your or crystal today is the turquoise. You might want to Google spiritual meaning of turquoise. It will draw some more wisdom and guidance for you. So, how in the world does new love come in? What do you need to know? Pile 2, you are an ocean of light, unfolding through infinite space of life. Through the space between each thought, you can see your true immortal nature. The oneness of spirit that dreamt itself into the many is a part of you. Like a whirlwind from heaven, it appears and reappears in its endless forms. So, pile 2, you're in a cycle, aren't you? You are in a cycle and you've been coming in and out of loving relationships, but sustainability has been an issue, huh? So, how do you open yourself up? What's going on? What is the message of this hunter? Well, partly, do you want to be hunted or do you want to be the hunter? Sometimes, in our eagerness to find that love, we can get a little bit edgy, a little bit chase energy, the hunter. So, we're always looking, we're always looking. However, that energy can be a little bit too frantic and it can actually repel the very thing that you're wanting. So, what I'm seeing in our hunter card is all of this dark, okay? Shadow work. Some of you know what I mean. You've already approached the shadow of your personality, the parts of you that you're not proud of. So, what this is promising is that as you do take a peek into the shadowy parts, you're going to be way more open for love than you are right now because the universe has a better idea of what you need than you do. Can you buy that? Let's take a peek and see what our oracles are. All righty, so let's pull our tea leaves. What's going on with that hunter energy? How can we maximize your own personal manifesting power? Bring you some new love. And we have crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So you're wanting a family and time is growing short. So pile number 2, this is the tick, tick, tick of the biological clock. It is true that more and more people are waiting until later life to have their children. This is absolutely true here in the States and may be true in other more developed countries. But you're feeling the pressure that you definitely need to start a family. All right. That can be uncomfortable because it creates an edginess. It's like the sharpness. Remember, today we're going all about what's round and what's soft. Let's take a look at our other tea leaf today. Temporary problems. What a wonderful promise for you, pile 2. So, pile 2, it's looking like parenthood is a big part of what your heart's desire is. And the problem is, it's caused you so much inner turmoil and heartbreak. And I imagine every time you see one of your friends pregnant, it just stabs you deeply. This dark, that may be what it's coming from. And in fact, you may have had tarot readings in the past where people said, predicted you'll be married by the end of summer, your family is coming. And that can be really difficult, right? Because if you receive a promise as if it's yours personally, it can cause you to doubt everything. But the clouds here are wonderful. What I want for you, pile 2, your homework today, I want you to go outside wherever you are in the world. And by the way, if you drop a comment and let me know where you're listening to in the world, I would love to know that. But I want you to look outside at the sky and I want you to understand clearly, even on a day that you cannot see the sun, watch the movement of the sky. The universe is here to clearly give you hope. And when you see the clouds float by, you're going to remember this reading because your current situation is temporary. What I tell people is this: I am not the kind of psychic who's going to sit here and say next Tuesday you're going to get married or for sure you're having a family. That is not what I'm here for. But what I believe with all my heart, that if you have a singular focus and you really want to be a parent, I believe it's possible. Not because I say so, but because I believe the Creator to be a loving source. And I don't think the Creator puts a dream in front of somebody that can't be fulfilled. I've built my whole life on that. I'm 71 years old. I have seen the universe show up for me time and time and time again, but usually in ways I never expected. So let's take a look at our tarot pile too. Let's see what we have to add. And we have the Seven of Cups. All right, love this. So this shows, to me, this comes to a little bit of pickiness on your part. All right, that you don't have trouble attracting attention. It's just, who do you trust? Who is really in it to win it? Who makes a sustainable, connected, long term, that means the same as sustainable, long term connection. And look at this little figure here, looking at this veiled figure. I think that you're just hoping that the universe will deliver him to your door. I do tell the story about a friend of mine who did start dating the UPS guy. It's one of my favorite stories, but it didn't last. But the reality is that making a clear choice is going to help you. Now, something that's coming up in my spirit for you, because I do get a lot of parental energy in this reading, is that open yourself up to the variety of ways you could become a parent. You might have been one who says, I don't want to be a step parent. I don't want to marry a person who has other children. And that might be a deal breaker for you. I would suggest softening that stance. If you truly desire to be a parent, there may be ways that are not apparent. Wow, twist of words. But there may be ways of becoming a parent that you have never considered before. So there's something about your decision making that needs attention, and the Hierophant. So as I look at where the Hierophant is falling here, and that it's temporary problems, the Hierophant is the card of marriage and tradition. And again, there's 78 cards in the deck. What are the odds that this particular setup is going to fall for you? Now, because timing is so important, I want to encourage you to talk to someone. It could be a tarot reader like myself, happy to help you, but there are also other people in professional situations that can guide you a little bit better, because you do need to have the confidence to know you can attract the kind of person who will give you the keys to getting everything that you're wanting and building your family. Okay, pile two. Now let's pull out our months of the year and let's see what this says. July. Well, I really like that for you, pile two, because I do feel like you are on this mission to get that crib filled and to be able to find that partner. So do the work. I have something that I love. I call it the solution. It's a place to tell your old story so that you can reframe it yourself. You might find tapping will help, which is what I personally use and teach. But even meditation or yoga or any spiritual practice will help you find the keys that you need to move beyond the pain of your past. When I think about relationship experts online right now, I love Jimmy on relationships. His YouTube channel is fabulous. He's very entertaining. And as you listen to him, you may spot some of the old habits you had in previous relationships that need adjustment. I'm going a little long today, I can tell already, but I'm working at trying to get these readings inside of 30 minutes because I know y'all are busy people, but I appreciate that you take time for yourself and take part in this how do you find love mission, because you're not alone. So many people are looking. Do you know that just everyday average statistics will let you know that over half of the people in your location are single? It's just 50-50, right? I think it's actually in the States, I think 51% of women are single, but whatever. There's a lot of good people waiting to be partnered. So, from the purity of this intention that we're setting for you today to solve your family issues with relationship, let me just pull this for you. My life is rich in every way. Definitely recommend that you write that on a post it note and just repeat it frequently. It's not only money that makes your life rich, it's relationships, friendships, and eventually the house full of a happy family that you are intent to create. If you need help and support, you want to have a private reading, all you need to do is email me. The email information is in the description box, and I'd be happy to support you. And now let's move on to our beautiful pile three. Thank you all so much for being here for these readings on how do you find love when you've been disappointed. That can be a tough journey. And number three, our crystal here is the red jasper. And so you may want to peek into Google and just pull up the red jasper and see what is the spiritual connection. I believe you will feel an extra blessing when you see that. Because honestly, today's all about healing. There's stars everywhere. And that's my opinion. If you are feeling, I've got a lot of pressure in my throat and my upper chest right now. In fact, it's almost painful. And so what this is showing me at pile three is that you have had a real hard time speaking your truth. In your past situations, it's so much easier for you to be quiet and let it go. But that's not really letting it go, pile three. Because if you don't get to speak it, it forms a block, truly like a jam, like a traffic jam, right in your upper chest and your lower throat. This could be a sign to you that it's safe now to open yourself, but the pain of holding back feelings is really, really causing you some issues. All right. So let's all take a deep breath. And we lift you up, pile three. It's not easy to let people in, is it, pile three? Let's take a look at your card. All is possible when your heartfelt vision is in alignment with your values. Yes, I believe, pile three, you've accidentally aligned yourself with someone that did not have your values. In fact, your ex might even be incarcerated. That's just a special message for someone. Believe in your dream, love it, breathe it, and let it fill your thoughts. But you must take action also. Work towards it a little each day until it becomes your primary action. Dreams are first envisaged, but then they must be built. You will succeed if you work at it. Pile three, I believe with all my heart that you are climbing out of a dark place and that you want to be loved for you, and you don't want to be loved for the things that you do. Okay, so let's take a peek and see what in the world is going on. All right, well, I have goosebumps running down my arms right now. So I just feel that you lifted your hands and arms, that you were almost, the word worshipful comes to me, that in some previous relationship, what was going on for you was worshipful, that you felt this person was everything that you wanted. And the disappointment of that falling apart sealed you. It's like you put up your hand and said, no more. The disappointment of that commitment coming to an end shut the door on something, because you were living this beautiful, colorful illusion of what you thought was a lasting relationship. But the truth of that king was that he was anchored in more darkness than you knew. Let's take a peek here and let's see what it is that we can learn for you, pile two, as you attract new love. What is it you need to do to take care of yourself? Let's do our tea leaves first. And we have Rose. Romance is in the air for you, pile three. I did feel like there's a bit of urgency here and that red coming out. So I think that your ability to radiate you again is right on the cusp. I mean, it's on the edge of your energy. I feel like you have, in fact, part of you may be annoyed with me right now because you're thinking, Catherine, no, no, no. You don't understand. I have already done the work. I appreciate that. But if you're still single, there's still crumbs and ashes and embers that need to be swept out. You know, like with the roses in the garden, they need tending, don't they? They don't bloom as easy as a daisy, and certainly not as easy as a dandelion, right? And so the care and keeping of romance is what is ahead for you. However, the idea of releasing yourself completely from the pain of your past is going to be absolutely critical. I have a particular journaling technique that I use that helps me reframe my situations. And for you, the soulmate generator is going to be very helpful. I will post it in the description box because with the soulmate generator, you can actually tell the story of the past and repurpose it, use it for your future, because every time you've gotten over a disappointment, you are preparing yourself for your next king. Now, mind you, there's no gender on these readings because it's the symbol and the sign of the card, not the gender that's important. Our other tea leaf is hammock. Taking a vacation mentally, absolutely. Pile three, you have been trying so hard to manifest a partner. I can feel it. You're doing affirmations and you're wanting that romance and you're watching the video channels. You may be trying to get your special person back. Maybe that's part of it, is that you keep looking at the past. But right now, taking a vacation from your thoughts will be excellent. Again, the soulmate generator will do this for you, because in order to take a vacation, you have to pack. So when you're in the journaling tool that I'm sharing with you, you can tell all your old stories about all the disappointments and everything that happened with that ex and make a decision to let it go. Take a vacation from being so overly worried about how you will find this partner. All you want to do is turn up your personal magnetism. The more you release the past, the more irresistible you are. Look at that little, what is that? Like a little pearl at your fingertips. This may be a call to tap. If you've never tried tapping, go to Tap with Brad on YouTube. He's my hero. I worked with him 20 years ago when I learned how to tap, and he's got many tapping videos that will help you. He even has ones on love. Okay, let's take a peek at our tarot for you, pile three, and see what advice we have. The Hermit. All right, so this card lines up beautifully here, because as you take a vacation, become a hermit to your own, I'm going to say this, negative, fearful thinking. If you use the journaling techniques that I'm telling you about, again, they're described, there's directions. You don't have to try hard. It's easy to do. Again, description box will keep that handy for you as a reference. But you need to bring hermit energy to your own mind and take the stream of negative thoughts that you think, the fears of starting again, and just simply turn away. Abraham Hicks is one of the best people to listen to when it comes to soulmates, because they have a very controversial description of a soulmate. Because what they say is nobody is designed to be somebody's everything. And a lot of disappointment comes after the first couple of months of a relationship, because when you first meet, they're all over and they're all about you. But then normal settles back in, and every human is at the core somewhat narcissistic. And in a couple, your freedom to accept their need to be separate, as well as their need to be in a partnership, is going to set you free. So take a vacation. Put hermit mode on your negative thinking. All right. And then we have Seven of Pentacles. So, what I love about this deck is how it's made out of stained glass. And all those sharp pieces are the exact opposite of the cards that I selected today. And I did that on purpose, because sharp and round have to go together. And so the hardness and the sharpness that often is represented by the more masculine side of us, and the soft and the gentle that's more accurate of the feminine nature. I'm talking about universal energies here. They do blend together. And you have to be willing to have the sharp with the soft. So I feel like you may have been a little thin skinned in your life, pile three, and I don't mean to say that to make you mad. I'm just trying to say that people may perceive you as a little black and white and a little inflexible. So the universe sees you working on yourself. The universe understands your need for romance, and the universe is supporting you learning how to corral. You know how wild animals or like wild horses, you have to corral them in order to train them, and that your thoughts are kind of running the show. But the universe shows you clearly that what you're doing is working to shift and shape you to get what you want. If you're just joining me, you may want to watch pile one and pile two and just let yourself see the messages that are coming out for all of the single people that are listening to this reading today. So let's take a peek at your month of the year here and see what it says. It's this month, the month of May. So there's no question that not an accident, and you are supposed to be hearing this. This summer is going to bear a lot of fruit, and you get to pick. Are you planting brambles and thorns in your garden of love, or are you planting soft, gentle flowers that will blow in the breezes of your life this summer and pull in a variety of very friendly energy, very soft, collaborative energy to surround and support you, because you never know who might introduce you to your next person. And I know for sure that as you radiate more of this softer energy, you're going to shock yourself with how easy it is to find a sustainable partner. Oh, pile three, I'm over the moon with your courage, with your ability to face the fact that one of the kings in your past, and I'm reminding you, this is not gender specific, but oops, one just threw itself to the floor, so I'm going to fetch it. The reality is that your ability to respond to this reading is going to make all the difference in the world for you. What are your choices? Tap with Brad. Check him out. Okay, this is the one that popped onto the floor. Tomorrow starts today. I love that for you, pile three, because of this. You are being given a real opportunity in May. You're going to have to email me and tell me what your personal take is. You may already know what your connection is, but it's never been more important to you, my friend. It's never been more important to soften your sharper edges. If you're one of those personality types that's a bit snarky, you might just want to tone it down. Sense of humor is terrific, but there's so much juicy energy right now. Keep doing the work. All right, keep doing the work. Your answer is right around the corner. Well, I thank you so much, y'all. I didn't do too bad. I tried to hang in there about 30 minutes, but I hope that these readings today would be able to bring you exactly what you're looking for when it comes to finding new love. You may find that as you listen to it again, you're going to hear things that you never heard the first time. Pretty bizarre how that happens. But I just love you so much. I love your courage. I love your creativity, and I love that you never ever give up. And yes, Mega Ray, this is quite live. So I love y'all. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And if there's a topic or a question that you would like me to do a pick a card on, all you have to do is leave me a comment, and I would love to do that for you. I love y'all so much. Go forth and prosper. We'll see you on the next reading.